Hi, everybody. Isn't it great to be back worshiping together again? I've spoken to so many people over these last 3 weeks who all agree it's so nice to get up off the couch and to come to church and worship together. Some, of course, haven't been able to do that, and I suspect you're going to be meeting with us again soon. But God's presence has been so evident in the sanctuary as we've been worshiping. And it's so great when the saints come together. And of course, it's just great to be together and to have that time to fellowship with one another, whether you're wearing a mask or you can't wear a mask, or the social distances move anywhere from 2 feet to 6 feet among us, depending upon how everybody feels. But it's just great as everybody gets back together again. You've probably heard that children's ministry is ready to start up on July 5th. And that's the reason that I'm sending you this video right now, because you're a part of the children's ministry. You're a volunteer. And I need to tell you, and I don't tell you enough, how thankful we are for the way that you serve the Lord in this vital ministry. You know, it's just not church around here without our children. And we can't do that without you. You're such an essential part of what happens here, whether you're a helper, whether you're a teacher, whether you work with the infants or the older ones. So many roles that each one of you play. And the children really appreciate it. And I know their parents really appreciate it too. We've heard from so many parents who continue to ask, when are you starting up? Because they just don't feel they can bring their children into the sanctuary for an hour, and we understand that. But we've chosen this date, July 5th, and we are ready to move. So as we move toward that, one of the things I need to ask you is that if you've not yet been in touch with Becky or Bridget about your schedule or your availability for this summer, would you contact them soon? I mean, today would be best. If you could contact them and let them know what your availability will be over these next few months, we'd really appreciate that. Of course, there's another topic. It's that topic we all love so much, and that's the topic of background clearances. Many of us talk about this as if it's, like a root canal or something, but yes, it takes a little time to do it, but it's such a vital part of the ministry. It's been our intention for really all the 21 years that we've been a church to provide that level of security for the families who come to this church, for the children who come to this church. And of course, the state has required more and more of us over the years. But all of you have your clearances or have had your clearances at some point. As we've recently gone through an audit of all of our volunteers, we've seen that some people still have their clearances intact. Others may be, within a few months or a year of them lapsing, and others have lapsed. It's not your fault, it's just the way it is. And so we need to bring all of them up to speed again. Now, if you already have your clearances, we understand. That's fine. But if your clearances have lapsed, and we've let you know that, then we need to bring everybody up to speed by September 1st. You will receive an email today or tomorrow from the office that will give you an information as to which one of your clearances is lacking at this point, and then also the links to go to those websites in order to bring those clearances up to speed. As you do that, I would recommend, in this day and age, so many of us think we're so technologically advanced, and some of us are. I would not recommend that you use your cell phone or a tablet or something like that. The State of Pennsylvania website leaves a lot to be desired, I guess I'd say. But we need you to use a desktop computer or a laptop, and you'll find it much easier to do that. We want to assist you every way that we can. I realize that because of the, the antiquity of the Pennsylvania website, you would find it a lot easier if we could walk you through some of these things. For that matter, we'll give you a paper application. Or if you'd like, you can come in any day of the week, just make an appointment with us, or we'll see you on a Sunday morning and we will walk you through on the computer your clearances. So please, it's essential that we get moving on that. Two things I'm asking you to do. Number one, let Becky or Bridget know what your availability is. And number two, let's get to work on our clearances. Incidentally, clearances are not only for people in children's ministry. Almost every volunteer serving in the church, well, actually paid or volunteer staff, I also have my clearances. We need to do that. And I'm not going to take time on this video to explain all of that. Many of you probably already know, but we'd be happy to give you more information about that. So thank you for doing that, for looking into that now. We really, really, really appreciate you doing that. And again, I need to thank you for your faithfulness in this ministry. Some of you recently began serving in children's ministry just before the coronavirus came around. So maybe you've served 3, 6, 9 months. Some of you served a year. Some people have been serving for the last 5 years or 10 or 15 years. We appreciate every single one of you. The impact that you make is enormous. So often when people look at churches, they look at the guy who stands behind that pulpit or the worship team. They look at the people who are the most visible. But the role that you play in these young people's lives is vital. You're able to reach them in a way that I never could because God has gifted you in that way. So thank you very much. I know that sometimes the going gets hard. Sometimes the week after week aspect of ministry can wear on each one of us, and we each need a little break at some point. But thank you for your willingness to serve Jesus Christ as you serve these young ones in ministry. More than ever, establishing that firm foundation in our young children's lives is so critical. Obviously, their parents have a major role, but so does the church. And where the church does that is in children's ministry. So establishing them on a firm footing as they go through the turbulent times that we're already living in, you're playing a vital role. So thank you very much for what you do. I look forward to seeing you soon. I look forward to July 5th when we can see our children back again. Somehow it's just not really fully church without them around. So thank you for the way that you serve. And I look forward to hearing from each one of you as you let us know what your availability is, and we all begin to work on our background checks. Thank you very much. God bless you all.